Years ago, I had a client who was falsely accused of murder. Came to me, I knew right away, as soft as he was, that he did not commit that murder. He gave me good, compelling information and evidence associated with where he was at the time. The government, however, was using a new form of technology called Geofence warrants, or Geofence searches, where they were searching where cell phones were within a certain area, right, a geofence. And they use that to track where a phone was during a murder to find that it may have been associated with my client. The problem is that not everybody, uses the same cell phone that previously they had their account on, right? So in poorer communities, for example, people might share phones, or they might give phones to other family members, even in communities that aren't indigent. But in this particular case, the phone was shared with another family member. In fact, it was the client's mother's boyfriend, who just so happened to be wanted for another murder that somehow the investigators didn't realize when they took this on. He had been using my client's cell phone and my client's car. Again, it was a little bit more of an indigent community at the time. And he went out and he did a drive-by shooting. I think he killed the wrong person. He thought it was somebody else. He drove by, he killed the wrong person. But obviously he shot him and killed him. My client had an airtight alibi as to where he was. I went out immediately, interviewed witnesses, collected receipts showing where he was at particular times, because somehow the investigators didn't do any of this before they charged him with first-degree murder, where he was looking at life in prison. I submitted all this information, was able to get the charges dismissed. And I think ultimately later on, the client initiated a civil lawsuit and may have collected a judgment on the civil lawsuit as well, because of the injustice of being falsely accused of murder.